morning, Charlie. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Monday. Hope everybody is doing great today. Let's see where we go. What wants to come through? What wants to come through? Deep breath, please. Charlie and I are just running around the house playing, having a good old time. Thank you for all the birthday love this weekend. We had such a lovely time. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. Okay, crossing bridges. A time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Lots of forward movement here. I like that. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Some of you, this is a very different feeling. All right, a very new kind of feeling. All right, let's use this. What I mean by that is I just feel like some of you are leaving behind difficult lessons around love, difficult lessons around relationships that have kind of sent you off in a different direction. Some of you had chosen a cul-de-sac. Okay, all right, there we go. Nine of Swords. Some of you had chosen, what I mean by a cul-de-sac is that sometimes when we don't want to make a difficult choice, when we don't want to believe our truth, the truth that is coming through, we shove it down, and we make choices that will kind of negate that truth. So if you don't want to believe a certain thing about a person, like people tell you who they are, they really do. And if you choose to say, oh, well, that's not really who they are, because it's an uncomfortable truth, because it's not what you want. It's not what you want to deal with regarding that person. Then you could just spin yourself into these little tide pools of reliving the lesson over and over. And some of you are even telling yourself a different story about that connection because you wanted that story to be true, not because it is true. Okay. So some of you are dealing with that, the fallout of that. And I mean, is it wasting time or is it necessary? It's kind of like up to you. It's kind of up to you. If you want to do that, if you want to, tell yourself a story and negate the truth that you do know deep inside, that's part of the lesson probably then. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, the stuff that's underneath here is what's going on subconsciously or what's going on even though you don't see it. 10 of Cups, the Emperor, Death. Here's that 9 of Swords that just jumped out. 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands. There's this little cul-de-sac. Okay, this little tide pool. And the 6 of Swords. Finally, some of you are coming out of denial. It's not just a river in Egypt, right? It's something that you believe, you wanted to believe was true. I do feel like some of you have a connection coming to an end, or you may be witnessing in your life somebody else doing this. Somebody else kind of spinning in a story that they want to tell themselves. And it just feels to me like this is a cycle that has finished. And somebody doesn't want to let go of this connection. Come to the end of a relationship and I don't want it to end, so I'm not going to let it, or I'm not going to learn the lesson, or I'm going to tell myself a different story about this. I do feel like eventually we get there, all right, the 6 of Swords, but there may be several backtracks, several, decisions that make us spin. And I just feel like there's a sense of real truth that's coming through. There's the Death card. There's a sense of truth about it. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, the truth. You know the truth, but it's almost like either you can't face it, or you're not ready to face it, or it's something that it's a particular lesson that I'm not ready to learn right now. Okay, so that you do have that choice. Okay. My mother, when she was passing away within the last year of her life, she said to me, they come for you and you can say no, but then one time you can't say no. And here's the Lover's card. I just feel like it's our choice until it's not. Until there's another milestone. You know, it's my belief that we have a series of milestones, lessons to learn, or pivotal people in our life. And can you miss a turn? I believe you can. Can you miss an opportunity? I believe you can. But I also feel like if there's something to be learned, if there's a person, very important person on the path for you, and you keep spinning in an old lesson with an old person, I do think they get moved out of your life. It's almost like it's beyond your control. Okay, the Lovers, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Strength, Two of Swords, and the outcome is the Moon. We have a full moon in Cancer happening at the end of December, December 27th. Before that, this reading is being posted on December 11th. Tomorrow, it soon will be tomorrow and be. What's that coming from? Tomorrow, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay, so something about tomorrow. There's something about the 12th of December. Mercury goes into retrograde at that time. I almost feel like messages come back around, or if somebody wasn't able to like get to you to tell the truth, right, or share something, it's going to take more. I feel like it's going to take more for them to overcome a fear. They're holding back. This person is definitely holding back. You might not want to hear the truth, or they might have a hard time saying it, especially if it's about an ending. Okay, if it's about an ending, they might have a hard time saying it, but it's almost like everything's getting jammed up. Like this time period, I do feel like you are destined, fated for a particular person. Who's ever resonating with this story right now, you're destined and fated for a particular person. I'm seeing Leo, Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Cancer. Okay, you're destined for a particular person, and that's got to come in. Like there's a timeline thing here where it's like, and if the other lesson isn't learned yet, like the other person isn't let go of, like it could all jam up together. Something like that. And I feel like the new moon in Sagittarius plays a role in this. Nine of Wands. Yes, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Page of Swords. Oh my goodness, Hanged Man. So this is like what I was just talking about, like all the lessons getting crashed in together all at once. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands all at once. The new beginning is happening. The ending is happening at the same time, all at once. The message is coming through. The surrendering to the new path is coming through all at once. The ending of another thing. Okay, the ending of another thing. The worry about the ending of another thing. Do I want to take another cul-de-sac? The universe is like, sorry, out of cul-de-sacs. We're out of tide pools. Sorry about that. So it's almost like it shoves you. The universe is shoving you to cross this bridge, right? There's a perfectionism here I'm getting for somebody, that you keep trying to make this come out the way you want. You keep trying to make it come out the way you want, that other people will talk about you fondly, or that you're not the victim of something, or that fill in the blank. Okay, because I think you are filling in the blanks. And I think that you want to be seen a certain way, and that's what's keeping you from moving forward. And I don't know that, I feel like that's not part of this lesson. Being seen a certain way is not relevant to you growing and learning. That's not that's not part of this. Okay, that's not part of this. It's not, you keep doing the crossword puzzle over and over. You want to do it in ink, but you're not quite there yet. You want it to look a certain way to people, but it's not coming out the way you want. You get to the last clue and you just can't finish it. There's some, and then you go back and start again. Same puzzle, right? Same puzzle, trying to put it together. And so the outcome is the thing you want. You're holding on to some kind of outcome, holding on to some kind of outcome that is different than the outcome of the lesson, right? Five of Swords, Judgment, Five of Wands, don't want change, High Priestess. You know, true intuition is an inner knowing. And some of you are trying to rewrite this knowing. I don't want that to be the truth. Or I don't want to be seen a certain way. I don't want it to be the truth. I don't want it to be the truth. So on the 12th, we have this new moon in Sagittarius. We also have the Mercury going retrograde. We also have Mercury going retrograde on that day, on the 12th. So there's something about a backflip, right? Mercury going retrograde. It's like if you look at how Mercury does its thing, it does look like a little bit of a backflip. So there could be some kind of backing up, some kind of recommunicating, recommending, something with recasting, retelling the story. You know, I don't want it to look this way. I'm gonna scrap the end of this movie that I've written in my life, and I'm gonna make it be something else. I feel like the universe is like, enough with this. Okay, it's time to move along. And it could be even more raggedy than maybe previous times you've had this opportunity. You've come right up to this crossroads and gone backwards, right? You come right up to this crossroads and then I can't do it. Right up to this crossroads. And the universe is going to shove you through that door. Okay? The universe is going to shove you. And because all of these things are colliding at once. And I feel like that's going to be like, oh my God, like I can't even, right, with the Four of Pentacles, holding back. Clarify the moon for me. Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. Lots of smooth sailing ahead, Magician. When you do go through that door, there's going to be a relief. There's going to be the voyage of the heart. Why were you so afraid of this? Why were you so afraid of walking through this door? I feel like there was a fear maybe around that, how it looks to other people, or a fear of saying something out loud, some kind of truth that needs to be said out loud. And I don't know, once I say it out loud, I can't take it back. Okay, there's something like that. And I just feel like the Nine of Wands, it's like that's the thing that shoves you through the door to the truth. And the Ace of Wands here, Page of Swords and the Hanged Man, it's like, aha, I see now from a different perspective, and it's smooth sailing. I feel like this reading is showing up to just give you this message, smooth sailing, that once you walk through that door, once you create or once you access this pool of strength inside you, these other cards become pretty small. Four of Pentacles and Two of Swords. It's like, la, 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 la. Wow, that's an effective way to live your life. And then this moon is heart energy. There's good things ahead. This needed to happen. This was something that was important, that it did happen. You have been walking up to this door and not opening and walking through it for a long time. A long time. Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Look at all the beautiful stuff. 10 of Swords. This thing, that relationship, career, that you are afraid of ending is already over. You're driving around with a dead body in your car. Eventually someone's going to smell it. and be like, what are you doing? Okay, some of you are driving around with a dead body in your car. Sorry, that's a terrible image. But, it's like the former you. That doesn't exist anymore. All right, so we're getting into this moon, this new moon in Sagittarius. I'm going to keep going with this reading. I'll pull some cards around blocks. I'll get some advice for each zodiac sign. You could look at those as if you're dealing with that person. But I really feel like this is for you guys. Like some of you are walking up to that door, walked up to it 100 times and can't turn the knob and go in. All right, so let's see where we go. New moon in Sagittarius is going to hip check you right through that door. No driving around with dead bodies in your car. Okay, link is below. Pathfinders, we're just going to keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.